Hello everybody and welcome to Online Study for You. So this is a video on the TCS Digital Programming for 2021 batch. So TCS Digital has announced that they will be conducting their digital program examination. So what happens in the TCS digital examination is that the new pattern we don't know, as you have seen our videos. So mostly it will be programming itself. So mostly it will be programming. So that is why what we thought is, let us solve these programming questions in our videos. So these will be free videos. Every 1 or 2 days we'll be uploading in our channel. So please stay tuned and watch our channel and share it to your friends. So today we will be taking a look at one of the problem today, and we are actually going to try to solve this one. Okay. So that is why this is the TCS Digital Programming 2021 video. So let us go to the website. Okay, so let us go here. So this is HackerRank. I can do all my programming in online GDB and I can show you. Okay. So some students said, oh, you've taken question from HackerRank. So the reason is that in TCS Digital or any other company examination, you will be given a problem like this way. Okay. It will not be like somehow, how we show, and you'll be given a code editor just like this, and you have to run a code just like this here, and you have to pass the test cases. So to get you familiarized with that, we are solving the question here. Okay, that is why we are taking Geeks for Geeks, HackerRank, HackerEarth, CodeChef for these platforms. That is the best practice. So we will take up this question called as pangrams. So this is one of the easy question if you know this. Okay, so let us try to solve this problem. So the question goes like this. Roy wanted to increase his typing speed for programming contests. So his friend suggested that he type sentence, "The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog." This sentence repeatedly. This sentence is known as the pangram because it contains every letter of the alphabet. We'll discuss this in detail. After typing the sentence several times, Roy became bored with it. So he started to look for other pangrams. So given a sentence, this is your question. Given a sentence, determine whether it is a pangram. Okay? Ignore case. So you should be ignoring the case, that is the lower case or uppercase. So the function description, this is the function that you have to write. Complete the function pangrams in the editor below. It should return the string pangram if the input string is a pangram. Otherwise, it should return not pangram. Okay. So input format is this. Input consists of a string s. This is the string. There will be a string that is given to you, and the length of the string will be less than 10 power 3. Okay, that is what this constraint is saying. So the string may contain A to Z, small letter, and capital A to Z. Only these cases you have to handle. You need to handle special case, special characters, numbers, or something. The output should be output a line containing pangram. Output this word pangram if it is a pangram. Otherwise, output not a pangram. So take a look at the sample input and output here. So we promptly judge the antique ivory buckles for the next price. Okay, it is a pangram. So that is why you have to output this. So all of the letters of the alphabet are in this string. That is why it is a pangram. We will come over this again. So this output is, we promptly judge the antique ivory buckles for the price. We did not include this word next. Now it is not a pangram. What is this? Let us try to understand. Okay. So yeah. Now, what are we seeing here is, what is a pangram? That will be your question. Okay. So I hope you have understood from the question what is a pangram. So pangram is an English sentence. Okay. It is a sentence which contains, okay, it is a sentence which contains all the letters of English alphabet. It contains all the letters of the English alphabet. Okay, to give you one example, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Okay, this is one of the sentence that is a pangram one. So from A to Z, it contains at least one time every single alphabet. That is why it is called as a pangram. Okay, so what the question is saying that you have a pangram. Okay, so the question is saying that you'll be given a string S as input, and you have to output. If it is a pangram, you have to output pangram, otherwise you don't have to input that is a pangram. If you see here, we promptly judge the antique ivory buckles for the next price. If you take a look at this, okay, this contains all the alphabets from A, B, C, all the way till Z. It contains all of these. That is why if you see the output here, it is saying pangram, because this is a panagram. Now when you remove this word next, it will not contain this X, T, E of this letter. So that is why it is not a panagram. That is what you have outputted. So in English, there are a lot of other sentences that are pangram. Okay, so if I want to give you another example, I can say two driven jocks help fax my big quiz. Okay, so these sentences may have some meaning or it may not have meaning. Okay, it is a sentence, although okay, it contains all the alphabets from A to Z. Okay, it may be small or capital, it doesn't matter. They have said it is not case sensitive. Okay, it contains at least one of these. That is why it is a pangram. Okay, for this you have to output this word, that is pangram. Okay, otherwise, let us suppose if I remove this word big, then it is not a pangram. So then you have to output not a pangram. That is the given question. Okay, so let us go here. It is better to write here. So now how do you do that? Okay, before that, what you can do is you can try understanding how characters work. I hope everybody knows this, right? Let us suppose if I say percentage C here, if I say percentage C here, and if I say, let us say print A like this, okay, what happens is A is printed. If I print percentage D, what happens is the ASCII value of this A is printed. Now what is the ASCII value of A? That is 97. If I print B, the ASCII value of B is 98. Okay, so if I print capital A, the ASCII value is 65. Okay, so that ASCII value will be printed here. Okay, so that is how this program, that is how these ASCII values work. So what are the ASCII values is, for small a it is, my bad, for small a it is 97. Okay, so for small a it is 97, for small b it is 98, and it so on goes up to Z. For capital A it is 65, for capital B it is 66, and it go on up to capital Z. So these are the set of ASCII values, okay, that we have to handle in this question. Okay, now while handling, one thing we should take care of is converting between small and big one. Okay, so another thing is you have to know about the addition and subtraction. Let us suppose this value is 65, right? If I say, let us say minus 10. Now since this is percentage D, the output will be what? You can check here. So the output will become 65 minus 10, that is 55. Okay, this value is 65, minus 10 is going to happen. You can do that. Now how do I check if a given string is a pangram or not? Okay, how do I check that? So here is the method. Okay, let us suppose I have been given a string like this. So my string will be stored in an array of alphabets. String is nothing but an array of alphabets like this. Okay, so my string is stored here. So let us say the string is the quick brown fox. Okay, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Now one thing you have to note here is you have to handle the small letter and capital letter, both of them. So how do you handle this? Before that, let me tell you what is the logic. So what I can tell you is, so I can give numbering to each alphabet. So for small a and capital A, I can give number as 1. For small b and capital B, I can give number 2. And I can create another array of exactly size 0 to 25. Okay, for this array n is equal to 26, of size 26. It is an integer array. Initially, all the values in this array will be 0. Okay, this will be my approach. Now what I'll do is I'll go through this given string one by one, letter by letter, and whenever I find t, I'll go to the t's place and I'll increase the count from 0 to 1. Whenever I find h, I'll go to the h's place and I'll increase the count from 0 to 1. Again, let us suppose I'll find h here, I'll increase the count to 2. So at the end, when I come here, what I'll be having in this array is I'll be having the count of each and every alphabet. Now what I can do is I can go through this array and I can see at least if any of the count is 0, then I can say it is not pangram. Okay, if at least one of the count is 0, I can say it is not a pangram. If all the count is greater than 0, then I can say it is a pangram. Okay, that is how I have to solve this problem. Now how do I tackle small a and capital A? So how do I do that is, so the one thing you can do is whenever you are reading each of this character, right, what you do is you read that character, let us suppose this is a capital D, and convert it to capital form. So what you can do is you can use the to upper function in C programming. This is already capital, so you will get capital. Whenever you are reading H, again use to upper, what you will get? You will get capital H. Again E, feed it to 2 upper, you will get capital E. Okay, so the same thing you can do for the whole string. So that is how basically you solve this problem. So let us start solving this problem. So let me just go here itself, we'll write the code. So I hope you understood this. So we can write it in any language. So if I choose C programming, there will be some code that is already there. Okay, so complete the following function below. I had already tried this. Okay, let me just delete this. So I have to also delete this one. So there is an auto completed code here, you can see here on the bottom. So you don't need to worry about this. So this int main function is going to take the, you can see here, read line. So what it is going to do is it is going to read the input and it is going to pass to a function called pangram. Okay, so that pangram is the function that you have to write. What function? This is the function. Okay, so this function will return char star, that is it will return pangram or not pangram, and it is going to get s. So s is the string. Okay, so now what we will do first, so first I'll declare here int flag of 26. Okay, I'll call it, spelling is wrong for flag. So int flag of 26 is equal to, just open and close the bracket. Now what this is going to do, this is going to create a array called flag. Okay, so this is going to create a array called flag, and for every single array element it will put 0 when I open and close the bracket. Okay, if I don't do this, it will have some garbage value. It will have some garbage value. I don't want a garbage value. I want it to be initialized with 0. Okay, so that is why I'm doing this. Next what we can do is we can iterate through the given string, that is S, right? And we can mark each of the flag elements. Now what I'll do is I'm going to say for, okay, int I is equal to 0, I is lesser than strlen of s I plus plus. Now what this will do, from I is equal to 0 to until the end of that string, that is this given string s that is passed to us, okay, you're going to iterate, that's it. Now maybe let us change the theme. Okay, I think this is better. Okay, so what we're going to do, we are going to loop through the string. Now for each of it, for each of the string element, that is for each of s of I, what I'll do is I'll to upper, okay, I'm going to convert this to 2 upper and then I'll minus it with 65. So then what I'll get actually is I'm going to get the index of array where I have to increase the count. So where this will go is this will go to flag of 2 upper of s of I minus 65 plus plus. Okay, now what this is doing, let me explain it to you by writing. Okay, so I have this array called flag, right? So for this flag there are different numbers here, 0 0 0, all these are 0. I have initialized with 0. Now I have the indexes 0 1 2 3 4. So this 0 means A, this 0 means the count of B, this means C, this means D, this means E. Now what this is doing, this 2 upper s of I, what this is doing is for every input, so let us suppose we had the quick brown fox, okay, for T it takes T and it converts it into upper, into capital letter. This T is already in capital. Let us suppose if I take H, so it will convert this H to capital H. So for this capital H, the ASCII value is nothing but 72, okay, but I want the index of this H here. So A B C D E F G H is going to come here, okay, 4 5 6 7. So what I'll do is I'll minus 65 for this. I'll get 7, 72 minus 65, I'll get 7. So I'll go to the 7th index here and I'll increase the count. That is what is flag of index. This whole value becomes the index plus plus. So 0, this 0 will be increased to 1. That means there is a H there. You are increasing the count of H. That is what you are doing here. Okay, so you're doing the same thing for all the elements. So at the end of this loop, here, what I'm going to have is in this flag array, I'm going to have all the count of every single alphabet that is there in that. Now what I have to do here, after this loop, I have to check the flag array to see if any of the value is 0. If at least one value in the flag is 0, it is not a pangram. Otherwise, it is a pangram. Simple problem. So what I'll do is I'll say for int I is equal to 0, I is less than 26, because this flag value is 26, I plus plus, the length of this flag is that. So what I'll do is I'll say if flag of I at any point of time is equal to 0, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to say return not pangram. Okay, after this for loop, I'll just say return pangram. Now why am I doing this here is, let us suppose if it is not a pangram, this if condition will never become true. Okay, if it is not a pangram, this if condition will never become true. So that is why this will get executed. If let us suppose it is not a pangram, then this if condition will become true. That means at least one alphabet count will be 0. So then it will return pangram. It will return the pangram to this main function, and this will never get executed at all. Okay, so in each of these cases, at least one return statement will get executed. So if it is a pangram, this will get returned. If it is not a pangram, the other thing will get returned. So we can check the output here. I'll run the code. I'll click on run the code. So what it will do is upload the code and it will run the code. And you can see here for the sample test case, this was the input. My output is pangram. Expected output is also pangram. It is success. You can see the test case 1. It is not a pangram. So That is what my output was. Now what I can do is actually I can submit the code. So when I submit the code, my code will be tested against a lot of test cases. You can see here totally 9 test cases are there. You can only see these first 2 test cases. Why? Because these are the test cases that are shown here. Okay, you can see here these are the test cases, but the other test cases you're not able to see. Even in your TCS digital exam you'll not be able to see this. Not just in TCS digital, any other company exam you can take, you're not able to see this. I can unlock this for 5 hackos. Okay, 5 hackos is like the coin I get whenever I solve any of these problems. I'll get some coins called hackos, so I can use these hackos to actually unlock this. Okay, let me unlock this to you. You can see here my input was A. Okay, it is not a pangram. So let me unlock this 7th test case. This will be a bigger test case. I'm losing my coins here, but don't worry. So you can see here, this is the input. Okay, this is some random string they'll input and they'll test my code. So the output is not pangram. I got it. Okay, so that is how evaluation happens. If I unlock 5th test case, it is a pangram. Okay, this contains every single alphabet at least once. It is a pangram. Okay, this sentence does not have meaning. Also, it is a pangram. Okay, pangram means it should not have meaning. It may have meaning or it may not have meaning. Okay, there is a proper pangram and improper pangram. Proper pangram has meaning. Improper pangram does not have meaning. Okay, so all the test cases are passed. So it says here, if you see above, congratulations, you solved the problem. Okay, that is how you solve this problem. I hope you understood this problem that we have solved for TCS Digital 2021. I hope all of you are preparing for the examination, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching Online Study for You. Keep watching our videos, and if you want the TCS preparation kit, you can buy that from our website. Okay, thank you again.